Hey everybody, welcome back to the brand new episode, and thank you for tuning in tonight. We're going to be taking a look once again at Three Bros and a Card Store, and a new product that I've not before opened. I didn't even know they had this. It is a massive jumbo box, a kit from Three Bros and a Card Store. Now, if you're familiar with their product, we have dealt with them a little bit. I went to a Dollar Tree back in the spring, and I bought an entire box, for what was left of an entire box, of Three Bros and a Card Store baseball card packs, and every single one of them had this Dave Stewart 1996 scorecard, and I keep it around just for the heck of it. Actually, I don't know why I keep it around, but it's been sitting here ever since. And I think I may have called them like the worst packs of all time. They were not good. It was mostly commons. Our second run-in with Three Bros and a Card Store was they sent us some educational booklets that had to do with baseball cards. And I actually thought those were pretty cool. And there's a couple nice cards, some Hall of Famers and stuff included in there. So now we're going to try this product right here. Three Bros in a Card Store. You may have come across them at Dollar Tree. They also sell at places like Cracker Barrel and other places across the country. I saw these on Amazon, and they had actually pretty good reviews, folks. 4.2 stars out of 5, which isn't terrible. It is a $25 box, so I grabbed 2 of them. Now, one of them came from Amazon. It's in tip-top, mint condition shape. This came from Amazon. And then this one looked like somebody kicked it down the curb, and this was sent. They literally just put the shipping label right on the top. This one actually came from Three Bros and a Card Store. I don't know why they were shipped from different locations. Maybe the Amazon supply ran out, and so the other ones came from the store. But this one was in a nice Amazon box with packaging, or with padding and everything. So let's go ahead and see what we can find. This break is for myself, so all of the cards in this video I will get to keep. And we'll see if we can get some good things out of here. I'm expecting mostly commons for $25, but we'll see if we'll be pleasantly surprised. There's a little advertisement there, 1970s to present. So there could be some nice surprise in there. If we get some 70s Hall of Famers, that would be very nice. And there we go. All right, looks right off the bat to be very, very junk wax-esque, but I could be wrong. I see some orange from 90 Donruss, some blue from 91 Donruss Series 1. All right, folks, so I think what I'll do is I will make a pile for any Hall of Famers or decent rookies as we go along, and we'll see what we can find. There's Wilson Betterment. So, that one is a 2007 Topps card, so that one's a little bit newish. Looks like so far it's all junk wax cards for the most part. Hey, Miguel Cabrera, future Hall of Famer right there. I'll put that one in the somewhat decent pile. I mean, it's about a quarter card or so, but still, we'll take that one. It would be nice. Hey, Nolan Ryan. All right, we got a Hall of Famer, 1992 Donruss Nolan Ryan. Put that one aside. Got a 1980 Topps. I'm going to have the Hall of Famer pile, good rookie pile. We'll have the, we'll call it the vintage-esque pile. So 1980, Jerry Royce 84 Topps. We'll do anything pre-85, so 84 before. How about that? We'll see what we come up with for $50. Hey, look at this. Shohei Ohtani is in there. All right. So in my good pile, we've got an Ohtani, and it is an original card. It is in great shape as well. Shohei Ohtani. I'm happy with that one. That card right there pretty much saves this box for me. I cannot give this box less than 3 stars, even at this point with that one in there. There's Nelson Liriano again, 88. I'm going to be interested to see how many of certain cards we find. There's Sandy Alcantara, who won the Cy Young Award. It's not his rookie card. His rookie card will be 2018. Mike Sadek, 1980 Topps. We'll put that over there. A lot of 88 Topps traded cards in here. All right, so let's get the Nolan and play a little more. Let's go on to the next stack here and see what we've got going on in this next stack. There's Luis Gonzalez. That's actually a Luis Gonzalez rookie card, 1991. Not too bad, but I guess, hey, we got a 2022 Topps card in there. So these boxes were made up within the last year. At least we know that much. It is a great, great way. There's a Wade Boggs, second Hall of Famer. It's a great way to get rid of a whole bunch of commons. There's another Nelson Liriano. Kenny Lofton, winter card, gold card. That's a good one. Put that. I don't know if I have a spot for that one. He's not a Hall of Famer. Sandy Alcantara once again. I don't know why these are collated like almost. Pete Incaviglia rookie card, by the way. Dave Martinez rookie card as well. Billy Allman 84 tops. Dick Schofield with a nice big crease in it. Hey, Chris Saba, that one has to go be put aside for my brother. And what is up with this? Ken Gerhardt. Corner's like all scratched away. Steve Cishek, Stephen Brault, Milt Hill, Dickie Thon, and Mike Kingery. So we continue along with this Three Bros. There's two of these boxes. Now, it'll be interesting if the second box is going to be any better. I know that Three Bros in a card store knows about my channel, and there's a nice big crease there. So I'm wondering if the second box might have a nice little surprise in it. People would call that a juice box. I doubt it, but it'll be interesting to see. That box, it looks like literally it fell out of the UPS airplane on the way here. BJ Surhoff rookie card from 87 Donruss. Right now, the gold. I should just start taking all the Nelson Lirianos out. We've already gone through. Oh man, what is with that card? I already have found. Hey, Ken Griffey Jr., very nice. The 1992 Ken Griffey Jr. with Craig and his father Ken. It's a cool card right there. Vince Coleman. Oh, man, 88. Oh, darn it, it's not a Nelson Liriano, which I think we've already pulled 3 of that already. Some of these cards are kind of damaged in the corners, but it is called a... I've also seen that Ben Revere a bunch of times. Like, how's that possible that they can collate the cards like that? All right, we'll continue on. Grab from the end of the box now and see what we've got going on in here. Mike Perez, Ron Washington. I'm guessing that maybe they buy large collections of like mostly junk wax for really, really cheap. I can tell you that I have bought my fair share of junk wax collections, and I usually pay, there it is again, about $1 per 1,000 cards. When I was buying them, that's about what I was paying for them. $1 for 1,000 cards. So I mean, right here, if that is true, this would be about a 60-cent haul of cards. There's Mike Squires, 1980 tops, Jim Rooker, and now they're all just out in my garage. I just want to get rid of them. We have another Hall of Famer. It's not an original card though, so this isn't as cool for me. It's a 2013 Allen Ginter, so he's already been retired. To me, that's just like a common. I'll still put it up there. There's Vaughn Hayes. Used to hate him. Nice Tatis. All right. I'm going to put that one in the good pile. Pro Series. I'll give that one to Timmy, I guess. Put that aside. There's another Shohei Ohtani. So a couple Shohei Ohtani cards right there. And whoever supplied the 88 Donruss, those cards have definitely seen better days for sure. We've got an Enyo De Los Santos 2019 Chrome rookie card. There's Kerry Wood, Junior Ortiz, Jeff Montgomery, Solomon Torres, former Pirates closer, Kerry Wood, another 88 Donruss card right there. And I don't know where the heck all of our Nelson Lirianos went to. Kind of missed the guy. I'm sure he'll be back. Brian Asseltine, 82 tops. Derek Parks and Rick Leach is the last one. So this is something, obviously, if you wanted to, I guess, if you had someone that didn't know anything about cards, or maybe, probably, I wouldn't even say this is good for kids. This is good for somebody that has been out of the hobby for years and years, since they were like 8, and they collected in the 80s and 90s. This is something for them. Another Nelson Liriano, that's 4, plus the other 3 that are in the previous stack. So probably about 7 of that card right there. Kind of weird. John Denny, like the 80 tops cards. Have we found any 70s yet? I don't think we found any 1970s cards yet. I'm putting aside everything from 1984 and before. A second Dwayne Ward rookie card. Greg Swindell. It'll be really sweet to pull something crazy out of here that's not supposed to be here now. Reggie Jackson, that's another kind of what I call fake Hall of Fame card. It's a 2000 and I don't even know, 1 or something like that. Upper Deck Legends card. but it's still Hall of Famer. That's a card you probably honestly find in a quarter box, if that, maybe a 10-cent box. All right, next, stack up. We'll see what we've got in this one. There's Buddy Black. Another Miguel Cabrera. That would be nice if we started to find a whole bunch of Shohei Ohtanis like that. Would love a whole bunch of Ohtani Gold Cup cards because a lot of people love that Gold Cup card. There's Alan Craig, former hero for the Cardinals about 10, 12 years ago. Bob Walk, seen that card a bunch of times as well. And how many times have we seen this Corey Dickerson card too? That card's just been all over the place. So Gerald Young, Wilson Betterment, that's at least the 4th time. Hey, here's probably 8 times on the Nelson Liriano. I don't know why that's a thing with these. Rick Monday, American Hero, 1980 Topps. Greg Cusick. It'd be really, really cool if we ran across say like a Nolan Ryan or Ricky Henderson rookie card. All right, here's the rest of the stack. I don't know if I can quite get it all, but you can see there's not too much left to go through. So indeed, a whole bunch of mostly older cards from the 80s and early 90s in this product. Some newer stuff in there. This is basically, I would say, you know those pharmacy boxes that maybe you saw at Walgreens with 100 cards with maybe a relic. I think 1 in 8 chance of finding a relic or something like that. There he is again. That Corey Dickerson card is everywhere. It reminds me of that. This is the pharmacy box on steroids. Just with, I don't think there's a guaranteed chance of any hit. It would be cool if they would put a hit in there. I feel like a box like this, another Nelson Lear. I actually made up a few of these boxes to get rid of stuff that I have, like all my extra overstock from Mystery Box Mondays and just subscription boxes. And I just would take the cards and throw them in a box like this, and I'd throw a relic or autograph in there with an unopened hobby pack. I feel like that would make it a little bit better. A lot of those, I think I auctioned some of those off months ago, but there's still more sitting around down here underneath this one table. All right, so Lou Ford right there. Whole bunch of Nelson Lirianos. And we have a second box that we'll get into as well. The box that looks like, I don't even know. If they got insurance on it, we could probably put an insurance claim on it and get our money back, because there's definitely going to be some damaged cards in there. I would hate to see well, I guess we will see it, but I was going to say I'd hate to see the cards on the corners of that box. They're going to be kicked to the curb, so to speak. There's Tim Cruz, who unfortunately passed away in a boating accident in spring training. I think it was 1992, along with Steve Olin. Bob Ojeda was also in that, and he actually survived. Teddy Higuera, I used to hate him as a kid really badly. Don't know why. I used to call him Teddy Hugger, like I was making fun of his masculinity by saying he needed a Teddy to hug. I don't know. There's Tim Cruz. Again, just mentioned that incident. Carlos Garcia, 1994 All-Star right there. Nelson Liriano again. I guess you had to have an All-Star. You have to have an All-Star for every team. That's probably how he got on the team in 94. Pirates lone All-Star. All right, we're wrapping this box up. So I would say the best card is the Shohei Ohtani Gold Cup card. We got one of those. Beyond that, was there anything too crazy? Whole bunch of Nelson Lirianos. Probably at least 10 of them, if not more. And then we may have another one on the way. There's another Hall of Famer, Edgar Martinez. Not a whole lot of Hall of Famers in this box. It was nice that there was one Nolan Ryan in there, 92 Donruss. I mean, that card is not super valuable. Again, that's a card that you might find in a quarter box. If you still go by Beckett here all these years later, you probably believe it's worth $1. But I would tell you, don't ever trust Beckett nowadays. Those card prices are not legit. Here's two nice ones. We've got Bo Jackson and Barry Bonds. I like those. I'm going to put those in my nice stack. Cliff Floyd rookie card, 92 Topps. Not a bad one. And we'll wrap this box up. There's Stan Belinda. I used to really like him as a kid. I used to like his motion. Sidewinder. Also, he was born very, very close. Born and raised to almost where my mom was. Grew up. So kind of felt a little connection there. And we'll wrap this box up. Hey, Mike Walkden. The Mike Walkton card. My brother loves this card. He calls it the levitating Mike Walkton card, where he's on like a mound, but it looks, because of these, just the imagery, that looks like he's levitating. And I think that's about it. So, box with Mike Walkton and a whole bunch of Nelson Lirianos. Like I said, I think Scott Kamenecki's in there. I think there's probably like four or so other ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There was probably 13, 14, 15 Nelson Liriano cards in there. For whatever reason, I don't know. That would have been really cool if that was maybe a top rookie card, but it wasn't. Now, from the Hall of Famers, the legit Hall of Famers, I would say we got 4 of them. Wade Boggs, Nolan Ryan, Ken Griffey Jr., and Edgar Martinez. These are just kind of like in later years. These are modern cards, so they're not really worth a ton of money. From our vintage, I know some people would say vintage is 30 years or earlier. There's people actually out there that consider 1991 as vintage, which I'm like, I don't know, get out of here on that. For me, I'm going to call it 84 and before, just for the heck of it. And there was a nice little stack of maybe about 20 cards right there. None of them are in very great shape. All have rounded corners. And the best cards of the video. The best card of the video for me was or of the box. We still have a second box. Was the Shohei Ohtani Gold Cup card. That was the best one. Did I get $25 in value out of there? You know what? It would actually be kind of close, but not quite. With the Ohtani, that one alone is, some people will sell that at card shows for pretty decent chunk of change. Now, all the commons, I know some of you will say, well, those commons are worth 5 to 10 cents a piece. No way. I wouldn't, honestly, I wouldn't pay probably $1 for 500 commons like that. There's just no value to them. They've been overprinted. That's why I say you can't really go off of Beckett, or Beckett will have you believe that each one of those cards is worth 10 cents a piece or whatever. But anyway, we have the second box. I'm interested in this one. You can see this was sent to me via UPS. It rattled around in the back of a UPS truck, and I was not too happy when it showed up. Luckily, it's not a higher-end product. Basically, they just slapped a label right on the front of the box and shipped it out the door. So not a lot of care was put into it there. I would just recommend dropping it into another box, and then I'm putting some packing peanuts in there at least. All right. So, I mean, the stuff in the middle is going to be fine, I would imagine. Now, the stuff on the ends is probably damaged pretty hardcore, at least the corners. So let's go through these. I don't know if we'll go through this entire second box because we're already 20 minutes in here. And I know some of you guys aren't the biggest 3 bros in a card store fans out there. So we'll see. Already I'm sensing there's more modern cards. At least there's a nice run there of some modern cards at the output. There's Barry Evans, which is a 1981 Topps card, so that goes in my old pile. Ron Guidry's a nice one, 84. And we've got some more modern cards there as well. And that's my old pile right there. Let's continue on with the rest. It seems like no matter what, every box has some sort of thread. A guy that comes up over and over again. That last box was Corey Dickerson and Nelson Liriano. I'm sure there's going to be one in here that if we go through this enough, we'll see the same card 15 times. That's just the way this product seems to be put together. You saw it with the Dave Stewart 96 Fleer card over and over and over again. Andy LaRoche, rookie card, unfortunately not really worth anything. So far, no decent Hall of Famers to speak of yet. A couple newer cards right here. Hey, Ken Griffey Jr. right there. Now, that's a great Hall of Famer right there, but it's a Topps T206 from 2010. So actually, that's at the very end of his career. So that counts as a legit in-career card of Ken Griffey Jr. He ended his career, his last season. He came back with the Seattle Mariners and played one final season with them. I'm glad he did. Just really didn't look right. In 2009, he played with the Chicago White Sox for one season. And there's Lee Smith. So we got a couple Hall of Famers already. So they're going to be a big-time hit in this box. That's what we're wondering. Can't really fly through the cards super fast because they kind of stick together a little bit. Oh, we got the front of the box right now coming up. Hey, Al Padrique. I actually put this card aside for my brother to put in his Christmas card. And I forgot to. It's actually sitting right behind me. I'm collecting Al Padriques for my brother, maybe for next Christmas. We'll have to just give him a large Al Padrique collection to taunt him with. But there's that card again. So I'm glad I got that one. There's Al Nipper. It looks like he's stuffed a whole bunch of cotton in his coat or something. That's a weird picture, all puffed up. All right, let's see what else we have. An 82 and Kevin Saucier, along with the Dave Chalk 82. A couple oldsters there. Edwin Diaz, Jeff Blauser. Used to hate Jeff Blauser as a kid as well. Just didn't like him. All because of the Braves and Pirates. All that history there. Jeff Blauser always seemed to come through in the playoffs for some reason. Tommy Pham. Dave Need. Remember the Need for Steve? I don't know where that came from. I think it may have been in a magazine somewhere that said the Need for Steve, like Dave Need's like the next Nolan Ryan or something like that. Obviously not the case. Dave Need was the #1 draft pick by the Rockies in the expansion draft, but just didn't work out for him. You might also remember the #1 draft pick for the Marlins, which was Nigel Wilson. And I remember, man, everyone was all about Nigel Wilson and Dave Need. Here's the front of the box. Looks like these cards aren't too damaged. What I would worry about is maybe like all the cards in the box being damaged, like having the corners, like if the box gets dropped very heavily, you could have like every corner just have a ton of damage to it. Luckily at the forefront here, it doesn't look too bad. There's a Tatis National Baseball Card Day card. That's not too bad. I just saw that Juan Soto said, we can't wait for Tatis to come back. He's the man. When he gets back, we're going to welcome him with open arms. So that could go a long way into helping Tatis feel right at home again. Maybe really, really out to prove something. Get that redemption. Because as you probably are aware, Tatis was one of the top stars in all the game. There's another Reggie Sanders. So he's on the watch list now. We might be having his cards pop out every which way. And this is kind of a cool card here. I don't know why, but I like this card. Riverfront Stadium. I like that card. I don't know why. That one's going in my weirdo pile of cards that I will like for no reason. The other cards we'll put aside. All right, let's see what else we have here. Bobby Bowe, second-year card from 88 score. Is there going to be any big hits in here? That's the question. I would bet not. $50 is what we're in it for. There's a Champ Summers. Good old Champ Summers. I think I saw some good footage of him fighting in a brawl. Jeff McKnight, man, what a nice mustache. What you got going on there? Jeff McKnight. Mark Melanson was my daughter's favorite player for a while. Mark Melanson, very kind dude in batting practice, always made time to come over and talk to the kiddos. Ron Guidry again, another 1984 Ron Guidry card. Let's check the rest of these. Kevin Kaufman. It looks like he's almost, I don't know, like he's really nervous about something. It's almost like he tossed that hat on and is impersonating the real Kevin Kaufman. He's afraid he's going to get caught. Jimmy Burnett, there's Michael Brantley. He just signed what did he get? Like a $4 million one-year deal with the Astros, so he'll be back. Nolan Ryan, 1990. So it looks like every box gets a Nolan Ryan at least from the small 2-box sample. Hey, Ichiro, very nice. Ichiro Bowman from 2011. We'll put that one in the good pile. Future Hall of Famer. He'll be in there no matter what. I think he should get voted in unanimously, 100% of the vote. But there's always somebody out there, it seems, that doesn't want to vote everybody in. There's even people out there that didn't vote for Ken Griffey Jr. for whatever reason. I have no idea. All you need, though, is 75% of the vote to get into the Hall of Fame. And I guess the voting results should be coming out within the next couple weeks here for the 2023 class. I haven't really followed it too closely. Let's see what we've got in this next one. There's Rob Ducey, Sid Fernandez, Luis Severino, Wally Backman, who was once hired as a manager of the Diamondbacks, I think, and then fired not that far along afterwards when I guess news came out about some DUIs he had in his past. There's Tony Gwynn, That is a nice one. 85 tops, Tony Gwynn. So a couple nice cards right there. The big question is, will there be any multi-dollar cards like the Shohei Ohtani Gold Cup card was? There's Mike Stanton. Let's go ahead and we're about half. I guess we'll do the whole box because why not? We may as well do the entire box. I don't know why Lou Whitaker's not in the Hall of Fame. Kurt Schilling should be in as well. Fred McGriff just got elected by the Veterans Committee, so he's in. The A-Rod's a nice card. I'll put that in the cards that I'm interested in. And Jamie Moyer, the Fountain of Youth pitcher right there. I used to love this guy back in like 2010, 2009. I think he may have pitched in 2010. That was near the end of his career. I was really rooting hard for him. There's Billy Ripken who made sure that his bat knob does not have any obscenities on it for that card. Almost like they tried to replicate the exact same photo right there, just with a nice, clean bat knob. It's kind of funny the next year after. But Jamie Moyer pitched almost until he's 40. There's Joe Ryan. Or check that, 50. He pitched until age 49. There's Jamie Moyer again. I wonder who's going to be the next Jamie Moore that just keeps going and going and going. Right now, I guess the only candidate we have would probably be, well, you could say maybe Justin Verlander. He's up there in age. He's going to be 40 this coming season. But Rich Hill is going to start this year at age 43. So we'll see if he can keep getting the job done. As long as you keep getting outs. I guess we had Oliver Perez recently. How old is Oliver Perez? I'll have to look that one up. But he pitched for about a week in 2022, and then I think he got released, and that was it for him. There's Andy Van Slyke. So I don't know if we'll see Oliver Perez again. There's Trevor Bauer. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens with Trevor Bauer. The Dodgers will have to make a decision if they want him back or not. He has been reinstated by Major League Baseball as an independent arbiter has felt that he's done enough time. He was not charged by law enforcement. And if you'd like to know more about his story, you have to do your own research. But I am going to go ahead and say that I am hoping that Trevor Bauer comes on the Pirates. Larry Walker, rookie card. Hall of Famer, Larry Walker, rookie card, 1990 Donruss. It might be worth 75 cents or so. Not a huge card, but still a nice one to have a Hall of Fame rookie card like that. Why is it only 75 cents, you might be wondering? Well, because they overprinted 90 Donruss, so pretty much everybody has that card, times like 7. Luis Patino right there, but yeah, it looks like all signs point to the Dodgers probably are going to sever ties with Trevor Bauer. They're still going to be on the hook for his salary, all but the minimum. Whatever team picks him up will have to pay him the minimum, which is probably going to be about $700,000 this year. Steve Carlton, 85 Donruss. We're getting more Hall of Famers in this box for sure. There's Lenny Dykstra. I think last box had maybe 4. Hey, there's Nigel Wilson. Maybe that's why Nigel Wilson never really panned out. Look how he holds the bat. Who told him to hold the bat like that? Like, get into it. Hold it like a bat, Nigel. I don't know what you're doing with it there. We've got Kenton Bottenfield. Tim Raines, another Hall of Famer. That one's from the Score Superstar set. It's a 1990 Score set. So another Hall of Famer to put on the board. Frank DiPino, always like seeing his cards. I opened a box with him. Sat down up in New York near Syracuse at the Wildcat Pizza Pub. And got to go through an entire box of 85 tops with him in a Throwback Thursday and talk all about his stories and everything. It was really cool. He really hated Mark Grace. Him and Mark Grace did not get along, so if you want to go back and find that one, it's a pretty good video that we did. What was that, about 2 summers ago? Gary Maddox, Lance Parrish, Jim Abbott, Bryce Turang, George Bell, good old Charlie Huff, and Ruben Sierra. I wonder how many times we've seen that Ruben Sierra card so far. Definitely more than once, I can tell you that much. Now we go on to our next to last stack of cards here in this 3 Bros in a Card Store extravaganza, I guess. I don't know why sometimes I mispronounce that word. Mark Eichhorn. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's the name that maybe I pronounce it like that since I was a little kid. So Marty Barrett, 91 Score. Man, Score sometimes rubs me the wrong way with all the different border colors. Kind of wish they would have just picked one and stuck with it. Another 82 Topps card. So, hey, Ryan Sandberg, 87 Donruss. That's a nice one. So another Hall of Famer to put into the lineup there. Royce Clayton. Gary Sheffield, he might get into the Hall of Fame someday. He's got over 500 home runs. It's not like he doesn't have the stats. It's just Billy Wagner's the guy that should be in the Hall of Fame, 100%. Charlie Carefield looks very, very confident. There's Jim Gott, one of the cards I hate the most of all time under Tim Raines, 92. Nice 1992 triple play. I used to really like those, but Jim Gott's 92 Pinnacle card really just drives me nuts of him doing karate on the back. And here's the end of this box, by the way. So it looks like, despite the damage to the box, most of the cards ended up being in an A-OK shape. I still would rather see it shipped in another box, a box within a box. Like, imagine if you bought, let's say you bought a hobby box from some guy on eBay, and he just went ahead and tossed a label on and printed it out and stuck it on the front of your hobby box, and that was it. And he just sent you the hobby box just like that. I kind of feel like that a little bit. But we'll wrap this up right now and see if there's anything else in here. I still think if you're going to offer me both boxes, I would rather have the first box because of the Ohtani Gold Cup card in there. There was more Hall of Famers in the second box. A nice Ichiro card in there as well. But that's what you get, folks. $50 altogether for those two boxes. They're on Amazon right now. I don't know if Three Bros in a Card Store is in the title. I think it's called like 600 baseball card starter kit. And it just popped up and I was like, wait a second. And I saw the seller was Three Bros in a Card Store. I was like, we got to try that one out because we have a little history with them around here. So if you want to check one out for yourself, they're $25. I was looking through the reviews. The average review was a 4.2 out of 5. Me personally, I probably wouldn't buy any more. Like I said, this is good for maybe somebody that's just getting back into the hobby after like 30 years and just wants to relive some of their memories, nostalgia from when they collected. The value for me is not there. $50. I mean, I'd rather go out and maybe buy a slab of one of the rookies from this year, or maybe go out and buy a couple blaster boxes or something like that. Maybe take my chances at that because I really don't think they're going to throw anything too crazy in here. Like you saw, the Ohtani Gold Cup card was the best one. I would guess most boxes probably wouldn't have that. So my review on this, I would probably give it, you know what? I'm going to give it a C- because it's $25 free shipping. So you got to factor the shipping and Amazon fees are probably in there. They probably make $12 a box or something like that. I'm going to give it a C-. You can let me know in the comments what you think of this product or any of the Three Bros in a Card Store products out there. If you've bought some recently, you can let us know if you've had any good pulls or if you had any like funny or interesting pulls like the Dave Stewart that we had not all that long ago. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday night. We'll be live in a little bit for an auction. And until then, I will see you all later. Good night, everybody.